Hey Brandon, I found this key you left behind. What is this?
Oh, your wife gave me that.
Is it the key to her heart?
No, her bedroom.
Oh, Brandon!
Whiskey. Welcome. We are Two Finger Spirits. I got the camera shy camera guy.
I'm back here.
He's the best, and I'm the rest. My name is Brandon. We're doing Blade and Bow.
Blade and Bow. Now tell me about this.
What do we want to know, huh?
Everything.
We just had a sip of it prior to this video to kind of not going cold and stupid, but now I'm warmed up and still stupid.
I'm always stupid.
So, Diageo put out this bottle. They're opening the facility that was Stitzel-Weller, a famous distillery in Kentucky that produced, real famous bourbons, whiskeys like Pappy and Weller and Fitzgerald. I looked them up real quick on Wikipedia to see if I could find anything interesting about them. So they all come with this key that we just discussed moments ago.
Trying to figure out where that key came from.
But the key is supposed to represent the 5 stages of making whiskey, which is the grains, the fermenting, the aging. I lost where it says it, but it says it somewhere. Look it up on Wikipedia. What am I here? I'm here to drink whiskey. I'm not here to tell you all the history of it.
So we got 3 out of 5 stages in that.
I had it somewhere, but check that out. That's for you.
Thank you,
my friend. Yeah, so they're big on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. Actually, speaking of the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, check out this belt. This is from Smathers and Branson. This was given to me as a gift by my good friend Kay Smitty, who hopefully will be on the show one day soon. So the MSRP on this, $50. Proof, 92. Age statement, you can't have one. There is none.
So at least we know it's at least 2 years old.
Well, they say that it's Solera aged.
I don't remember what Solera aged.
Solera aged, and we, watched it on Distiller's YouTube channel. They gave a nice little brief, concise description of it. But it's a fractional aging and blending system. It was first done with different wines, ports, and sherries. It's a tiered system of blending younger whiskeys with older whiskeys, and it's a tiered system where it all kind of flows down to the bottom, so you're always taking from the oldest. Probably one of the reasons that I can't really give an age statement. And it's a marketing ploy, but they're saying that some of the old Stitzel-Weller stuff is incorporated in this. It's probably completely minuscule. And,
in theory, yeah, it's still there.
But it's it's next to nothing. It's not even worth mentioning, except that
it's still there.
A marketing ploy if you don't really follow through and figure out that it's BS.
Is that nice?
So, Mashbill. None. You can't have a Mashbill.
Undisclosed.
Undisclosed.
Is there any theories on the Mashbill?
I haven't looked into that. I think it's corn heavy, and I think it's wheated. It tastes like a wheated to me, which would make sense because the Stitzel-Weller, he did a lot of the most famous wheated bourbons. The
like what?
The Pappy, the Weller. Which we're going to be doing. The Rip Van Winkle
very soon.
I think this coming week. So check that out. We got a friend that's going to donate some to us.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm psyched.
Yeah, I can't believe you have friends.
Light copper. Next to no legs whatsoever. Really thin.
I think that's the 91 proof of it, making it super thin.
Yeah, perhaps. And then got a dry nose, I think. For some reason, I get the impression it's young, which, how would you ever know with Solera? I guess I don't know enough about it, but...
I feel like typically when they're younger, they're really like, they burn more in the nose. And I'm not really getting too much of a burn, but it's also not, 91, 92 proof?
91 proof. And I do get some ethanol on it. I get charred oak, I get hay, a little bit of floral.
I get a lot of corn on the nose.
Corn on the nose, really?
A lot of corn on the nose.
Not me. I get the charred oak, the hay, light ethanol, and some floral notes.
I get the floral notes. A little peppery.
What do you say?
A little pepper?
Knock it back? Pepper?
Yeah, a little peppery.
It's dry. Really dry in the nose. And you could say you get sweet corn, or sweetness and some corn.
I get a sweet corn to it.
For me, I don't get any sweetness. I get dryness.
All right, let's go for it.
Oh, the keys represent the 5 stages. It's grains, yeast, fermentation, distillation, and aging.
Oh, thanks for clarifying that.
And this is not the first Solera aged whiskey that we've reviewed.
What was the other one we did?
The Hill Rock Estates.
That one was good. I liked it.
That's $90. This is $50. So we'll have to keep that in mind.
Put them in juxtaposition.
That was good.
That was good.
I may have finished that bottle.
Oh, never mind.
So on the palate, I get it's thin.
It's really thin.
Yeah. But now I get the barrel char. I get a little bit of peach.
I get some raisin.
It's sweet with just now I get the sweetness. You got sweet on the nose. Maybe you got a good and a little bit of corn. So not overly complex.
No, definitely not. But there is a pleasantness to it.
Yes.
It doesn't really have, well, it's 91, 92 proof. I don't remember what we said, but it drinks like an 80 proof. It really does. I don't think there's much burn to it. It's really light and watery.
Yeah. I get a little bit of ethanol on it. There's a slight harshness, but it's tolerable and still enjoyable.
It's definitely enjoyable. I think this would be a nice tasting whiskey for those people that like 80 to 100 proofs. It's a nice intro to a Solera aged whiskey.
Yeah, I'm not convinced it's worth the money at this point. On the finish, I'm getting some raisins, I'm getting some oak, a little bit of cinnamon, kind of fades into a little bit of leather, and then back to the oak, and a little bit more ethanol than I expected on the finish.
And it's a quick finish for me.
But it's a decent length.
I think it's quick.
Really, for me, I think it's
like a medium finish. It's definitely not a long finish.
It's longer than I thought, longer than I expected. I'm still getting it. I mean, a long finish is like 30 to 45 seconds. And I'm still going with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still getting a nice oak, some leather, touch of cinnamon, still. On my gums, my cheeks. And that's pleasant. For me, the finish is one of the most pleasant parts about this. Nose is second, and the palate is the third. The palate kind of leaves me a bit underwhelmed, but the nose and the finish, I think, are decent. I think the Hill Rock is better, but I don't think $40 better. That's $90. This is $50.
Right. Oh.
Little mood lighting.
Yeah, well, you know, after you kick that back, you know.
So keep in stock?
Nah.
It's gonna be a pass for me.
Like, I'm glad we tried it.
Yeah.
And I think it's a nice conversation for having different types of Solera aged whiskeys.
Yeah, kind of cool bottle. You got the key.
I do like the key. Maybe we'll hang that up at some point. But like, overall, am I overwhelmed by it? No. Am I underwhelmed? Not really.
It's a decent bourbon, but you could probably find a lot better stuff for cheaper.
Right. If you want to try a Solera aged whiskey, I think this is a price point for it because I don't really see a lot of ones that are
right. Because it's kind of labor intensive to do this.
It's a big process. So yeah, to find like a $30 bottle that's Solera aged, I don't think that's going to happen.
Right.
I think 90 would be too much if you want to try a Solera aged. So I think it'd be a nice entry point. So I would recommend trying it. Yeah. But I don't think and you may love it.
Especially if you see this at a bar and they are offering it, you know, for a pour. Get a pour, see if you like it. For me, It's good. It's a fine bourbon.
Right. Nothing wrong with it. It's
Not
just
quite worth that price. Anything else you want to add about it?
no. I have to say I don't hate it. I don't love it. But if for $50, there's lots of things that I do love. Anyway.
Okay. Well, it was Mother Teresa who said, "Spread love and whiskey everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier." And I hope that's what I did for all you folks out there. Thanks for coming with us and enjoying this whiskey with us. Cheers.
Like, subscribe, comment. Thank you.